Have you ever noticed this strange pattern in your life that you crave for silence, and yet the moment silence arrives, you feel disturbed and uncomfortable? You long for peace, but when peace finally comes to you, your mind just whispers, something is missing. Why does this happen? And more importantly, can you just break this pattern? We are all doing the same thing, either consciously or unconsciously. We spend our days running from noise to silence, and then from silence back to noise. We want the calmness of the night after a long, exhaustive day. But once the night arrives, and after a while we start looking forward to daylight again. You see, it's a loop, it's a cycle, a pattern that keeps repeating itself. And most people never see it, not because they are not smart, but because they never recognize the cycle as a problem. They think this is simply life, but it's not so. This dance between the noise and silence is created by a restless mind. The mind creates time, it creates noise, it creates movement. And even when you try to silence it, like meditation, prayer, rituals, distractions, you see, you reach a moment of quietness and suddenly you feel uncomfortable again. Why? Because the mind cannot tolerate silence for a long time. Its entire existence depends on its activity. This is the root of the human struggle. This is a pattern. And unless you see it clearly, you can never break it. When the mind becomes quiet, a new subtle activity begins, which is what the entire humanity is pursuing to, is looking forward. So how do we break this ancient cycle? You cannot fight the mind into silence. You cannot force it. You cannot beg it or negotiate with it. The only thing that cuts through the noise is attention. True attention. Undivided awareness. You cannot be fully attentive and noisy at the same time, you see. To observe anything deeply, like a breath, a sound, a feeling, a leaf, a moment, you must naturally drop the noise. Attention is not an effort, it's presence. It is clarity. It is the space in which the eternal can be seen. And this is what human consciousness has been seeking for thousands of years. Not silence, but the source of silence. Not peace, but the awareness that holds that peace. Not into any escape, but understanding. So if something in this message resonates with you, if it feels like you have been living inside this pattern for years, know that you are not alone. Awareness begins the moment you recognize the cycle. Transformation begins the moment you choose to break it.